Hello. Oh, it's so close on the camera when you're on a Facebook Live. Like I've just come off my Zoom calls with my Warrior Academy crew and the Soul Tribe. We've had gorgeous back-to-back sessions today. But the camera on Zoom is so much further away, and then you come on Facebook and it's like a very, very close. Just wow. How is everyone? Say hello if you are watching live. I will give people a couple of moments to jump on. I think it's time as well, so you might be having your din-dins, which is absolutely fine. But say hello if you are watching. Give me a hashtag live if you are watching live. And then if you've got any questions as we go through, please pop them in the comments as well. I know there is always a delay on this, which always a little bit frustrating, but we're all good. Okie dokie. Let me just check that I have done all the bits and pieces that I need to do properly. I think I have. Okie dokie. So I wanted to do a little bit of live training. So I'm going to be doing a live every single week, which I know I do them kind of sporadically anyway, but I want to give all of you in my group more live trainings. So this is why, you might have seen some polls about things that you're struggling with or things that you're working on, so I can get an idea of what content is going to be helpful for you. So if you do have anything in particular that you want me to cover, then please feel free to post in the group or send me a message and I can put something together for you. So we'll be doing lots more live trainings, but short but sweet. So just little snippets for you. There's so many free resources available in the group now as well for you, and I will continue to jump on and do like the divination stuff and card pulls for you as well. So if you're watching live, give me a hashtag live in the comments so I can see you. I can see people watching, but I don't know who it is. So feel free to say hello. So today I'm going to talk about manifestation, and this is something that some people are really, really familiar with and they know a lot about. For other people, you might be like, what the fuck is manifestation? What are you talking about? And for other people, you might be like, I've kind of heard of it. Like, I've seen the film or I've read the book or whatever. Not really sure what it is. And the books are great, and I actually quite enjoyed the film on Netflix as well. It's just like a bit cheesy, bit of fun. But they do create a lot of questions and a lot of like misconceptions as to what manifestation is. So there is a free guide that I will share with you guys as well that are watching. So if you want the guide, give me a comment saying guide and I will ping that across for you. So the guide has my 10-step process, okay? And I've been working with manifestation for a while and the law of attraction for a while, and there are so many suggestions and ways of doing it and ideas thrown around, and I've just refined it into 10 steps. Now, 10 steps might sound like a lot. Honestly, it depends how important your dreams and your goals are to you and how much you actually want to manifest them. It doesn't have to take long, okay? But if you want that 10-step guide, comment guide and I will ping it over for you. But on this video, I just want to give you 2 pointers, okay? I'm going to give you 2 pointers, 2 hacks, and 2 common blocks as well, okay? Because there is not just the law of attraction at play, okay? There's actually 12 universal laws, and unless you're working in alignment with them, you can kind of be blocking yourself unknowingly or contradicting yourself, okay? So if you have tried manifestation or working with law of attraction in the past, it's not quite worked for you, it might be because there's a block, okay, which comes in different shapes and forms, or it might be actually you're working against one of the other universal laws, okay? Hi Rachel, hi Hayley, hope you are well. So one of the first things I would say is one of the top hacks is to be specific, okay? Because if we imagine you are ordering a takeaway, right? Would you ring up, I mean, we don't ring up takeaways anymore, do we? But let's go old school. Would you ring up your local takeaway and just say, bring me some dinner? I mean, you might do, you might be very trusting, and that might be okay for you. But chances are you will tell them specifically what dinner you want. Okay, you'll give them your order. Okay, this is exactly the same. Okay, so see it as you are giving the universe your order form for what you want to call in. Okay, and this is a brilliant time for manifesting. So we've literally just got off a call with the Soul Tribe where we've done our new moon ritual, and the new moon phase is always a manifesting phase anyway, and especially over the next coming days as the moon begins to build up its energy, for those of you that do work with lunar cycles. But also because of the position of the planets at the minute and the Lionsgate portal, this is an amazing time to tap into this stuff. Okay, but we must be specific. And I would put a little disclaimer on this, as your manifestation powers develop and you actually start to see how this works, just be careful what you wish for. And those of you that know me or that have worked with me, like, you will know some of the, I'm going to call them faux pas. They've not really been faux pas, they've actually been quite funny, but just be wary of what you wish for. Okay, so getting specific is one of the best things you can do, because there's no wiggle room and room for doubt. Okay, the universe can't get confused if you're specific. If you're a bit fluffy with your intention and what you're wishing for, then it's open to interpretation. Okay, so get really specific on what it is that you want, but also why. Okay, so especially if you are trying to manifest money, what do you want it for? Okay, because money is an energy. Okay, it's not static, it can't just be sat. So what do you want to manifest and why? Okay, really focus on that. What's the reason behind it? And if you are, if you're trying to manifest something and it's on behalf of someone else, that's very lovely, but they might not want that. If it's manifesting healing, then that's all good, but try and focus on yourself. Okay, what do you want for you and why? And it's not to say that that isn't actually going to benefit other people. If it does, then amazing, and it'll actually come through quicker for you. But focus on why you want something. Okay, how is that going to make you feel? Okay, because those feelings are what lift your vibration. Okay, so there's a lot of science to the law of attraction and to manifestation. It's actually based on astrophysics. Okay, I'm not a physicist, so I'm not going to go into that, but it is all energy. We are all energy. We're all vibrating at a certain frequency. So by tapping into the specifics of what we want and how it's going to make us feel, will naturally shift your vibration to the same frequency, okay, as if you already have it. And some people really panic with this because they're like, oh, well, shit, like, I'm not positive all the time, and I'm not like all happy all the time, and I'm not feeling like I'm loved and in the best relationship ever all the time. That's okay. You only have to tip the scale 1%. Okay, so if you are on that higher vibe frequency, the same as where your goal is, 51% of the time, you've nailed it. Okay, you're human at the end of the day. Okay, so it's okay. You're not going to feel amazingly wonderful, smashing, top high vibe all the time. You'd be exhausted if you were. It'd be ridiculous. So you just have to tip that scale, that 1%. Okay, but by getting specific, knowing why you want something and how it's going to make you feel will help you call that in a lot quicker. Secondly, there are tools that you can use to help you with this as well. Hi, Alyssa. Sorry, the comments are really delayed, which is frustrating. There are tools that can help you. And again, you might have seen a few of these floating around, but find a tool that is going to help you specifically with what your intention is, okay, what your wish is, what your desire is. So, there's things like vision boards, which you may have heard of. You can do scripting, you can use placebos, there's the 2 cups method, you can manifest through your chakras. There are so many tools, and if you need help with them, just give me a shout. If you need any help with any of this, actually just type in the comments #DM and I will send you a direct message. Okay, and we'll have a conversation about it. But using a tool is like giving your manifestation a boost. Okay. And if you've not already, have a look at your human design as well. That's one of my favorite things to look at with clients, is what their human design is and what type of manifestor they are. Okay. Because you might be a specific manifestor or a non-specific. And if you're a non-specific, then those feelings that we've just spoken about are even more important for you to tap into. Okay. So check your tools. Use tools that are going to help you and give it a boost. Okay. Those of you that are more into your woo-woo, then you can start to use like the Wiccan stuff and the spell work to give it a boost as well, because that is exactly the same. You're just using correspondences such as the planet, such as the moon, your colors, your candles, your scents, whatever it may be, to boost your manifesting. Okay, you might have seen a post I did not so long ago that spell work is basically manifestation on heat. Okay, it really, really is. And that can give it a massive, massive boost. Just again, be warned, be careful what you wish for, and things can happen really quickly. Okay. Now, if we look at the blocks, this is the bit that people quite often miss. Okay, so they might refine their manifestation process. They might be using all the tools under the sun. They might have got super, super specific, clear as day what they want, and it's still not happening. Okay, if this has happened to you, then feel free to post a comment about it, because I can guarantee you will not be alone on this. Okay. And there are so many blocks, and I'm just going to cover two, okay, to keep this nice and short, because I could talk about this for weeks and it'd be lovely, but you'd probably fall asleep. So your first block to really consider is your belief system. And you've probably heard this 1,000 times, especially if you've been in the group for a while. So whatever's going on in your subconscious is going to impact on your reality. Okay, everything you see around you right now is a reflection of what's going on in here. Okay, but it's what's in your subconscious, because that is 95% of your mind. It's powerful as fuck. Okay, and if we can tap into that, this is how I manifest in 20 minutes. Okay, this is how it gets quick. Now, don't get me wrong, I still have my own blocks and I'm aware of them, and it means I can work through them. Okay, there are so many tools that you can use to smash through them. Again, if you need help with it, comment, DM, and I'll send you a message. But if you are trying to manifest something that you don't believe you've got a cat in hell's chance of actually, creating, it's not going to work. Okay. I always joke about manifesting Chris Hemsworth being my husband, and as wonderful as that would be, I don't believe it. Okay, because it's no. In reality, I also actually wouldn't want to, because I'd never leave the house, because we'd always be doing rude things. So nothing would get done. It would be impossible. Anyway, if you don't believe your own intention, your own wish, and your own desire, you're not going to be putting out the right frequency. Okay, you have to have belief in it. But our belief system is formed from when we're very young. We continue to absorb stuff like a sponge. Your belief system does change over time, and you can rewire it. That's exactly what coaches work with people to do, is to rewire that, because it can be incredibly challenging to do it on your own. Okay, that's why I work with coaches as well, because if you're doing stuff on your own, if you're reading a personal development book, for example, or if you're watching a tutorial, or even watching this particular video, your conscious mind is ruling, okay, because you're listening to what I'm saying. Which is why in coaching sessions, the language changes, and, we do a lot of more psychological stuff and a lot more healing and actually tapping into the subconscious, even without you realizing. And actually, in some videos I have done, we have been doing that, okay, when we've done like the challenges and things like that, because I want you to have that shift, okay? You can shift your belief system really hellishly fast, okay, if you're open to it. And again, if you need help, type DM below. Okay, so that's the first major block, is if your subconscious is working on a different vibration, it ain't gonna happen. Linked to that, but also just as important, is your language. Okay, so remember I said you don't have to be high vibe all the time, because that's not feasible for a human being. You'd be knackered. But think about your language. Okay, you want to tip that scale, and 51% of your language needs to be focusing on what it is you want to attract. So say, for example, you are wanting to attract a new job, but all you do is complain about your current job. All you're putting out there is that negativity about your current situation. Okay, so rather than talking about what you don't want, make sure your conversations are about what you do want. Okay, that's one of like my favorite things about doing group coaching sessions, is because everyone is striving for better things, and it's a different energy. It's a totally different energy. And you know, one of my clients who just joined us on the weekend, as soon as she got off the call, because she was in a different energy space, you know, she's had 3 inquiries for her business. Okay, we've not done anything physical. She hadn't changed any strategy, no business alterations, but because her energy was in a different place, the vibration is different. Okay, so just being wary of your language. And if you're working with things like affirmations, or you're creating vision boards, or you're doing scripting, for example, if that's one of your chosen tools, check your language. Okay, so if we put any negative words in there, or we're focusing on things that we want to get rid of or that we don't want, that is all the universe will hear. Okay, imagine it almost, if you're writing down what it is that you want to manifest, imagine you're then putting that order form through a scanner. Okay, and it will not pick up on whether it's a positive or a negative. Okay, it's just going to pick up on what it is you're focusing on. Okay, so if you're focusing on the fact, I really want to leave this job because I'm working here and I don't like it, whatever, it's just going to focus on that job. Okay, so talking about what it is that you do want is going to highlight on your order form. Okay, it's the same if, for example, you have an intention that you want to lose weight. Okay, you've got the word lose in there. And because this is really, really powerful stuff, it might not just be weight that you lose. Okay, if you're focusing on losing, that's a very different energy that you're putting out there. Okay, you can release weight, that's awesome, but just be mindful of the language that you're using. If you need help, please let me know. Okay, but there is more bits and pieces in the guide for you. So if you would like my 10-step cheat sheet guide, make sure you put guide in the comments and I will ping it over for you. If there's anything you need help with, give me a hashtag DM and that will give me a green light to send you a message. Okay, I'm not going to message you otherwise. Okay, and the other resource that might be useful for you is the alignment planner that I have put together as well. So everyone that is new to the group gets asked about this when they join up. But for those of you that have been in the group for a while, if you would like a copy of the alignment planner, this is introducing you to what I've now sort of created and called the warrior activation method. Okay, so it's the method that I use with all of my clients. It's how they get their results, and the alignment planner will introduce you to that. Okay, and get you started and get you towards manifesting what it is that you want to bring in. Okay, as well as working on other areas as well. So if you would like the manifestation guide, give me a comment that says guide. If you would like the alignment planner, give me a comment that says planner. You can have both, it's fine. I'm not going to limit what resources you can have. And if you want any help from me, then put in that you want me to send you a direct message, okay? And I can help you out. But hopefully this gives you a very quick snippet. But I think these 2 hacks and these 2 blocks are some of the things that I see most often that are stopping people from actually manifesting what they want to, okay? There's hundreds of others, you know, this is, manifesting is like an entire module in my academy. So there's so much more to it. But just to give you a bit of an intro, and hopefully this helps you, just identify where you might be able to improve this work that you're doing. Or if you're brand new to it, then the guide will definitely help you and give you a bit of direction on where to begin. But any questions, please do let me know. And also let me know how you get on and what you start to manifest as well, because I love finding that out because I'm really nosy. But yeah, it's a great time to be doing this, especially with the lunar energy and the planetary alignments at the moment. So a perfect time to start. And, you know, this group is here as a support for you. We're all in the same energy space. We're all here to make things better and improve our lives as well. So all good. And yeah, I can't wait to speak to you more. But if you want the guide, want the alignment planner, need any help, comment below and I will chat to you very soon. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see you for the next live later on. Good night.